I have a very interesting subject before me: perfectionism. What is perfectionism? The continual pursuit of perfection, the overwhelming desire, and the corresponding relentless activity to attain what is perfect. For the perfectionist, nothing is acceptable if it is even slightly less than perfect. What he does has to be flawless, and he has to reach perfection, come what may. On the face of it, perfectionism looks wonderful. In fact, on the face of it, it is wonderful. It is largely due to perfectionism that many of the great masterpieces of human civilization have been created. Leonardo da Vinci, the Italian polymath, said, "Your work of art is never finished, it is only abandoned." I repeat his words: your work of art is never finished, it is only abandoned. No wonder Leonardo da Vinci became one of the greatest polymaths in human history. No wonder he created such great masterpieces as the Last Supper and Mona Lisa. Similarly, Thomas Gray spent some 8 years writing, rewriting, revising, correcting his most famous poem, Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard. No wonder the poem is looked upon as one of the gems of English literature. No wonder it has been called the best loved poem in the English language. The key to the creation of a masterpiece is perfectionism. And if you want to create masterpieces, you have to embrace perfectionism unconditionally. Unless, of course, you are divinely gifted. But that is not the full story. Leonardo da Vinci was notorious for failing to complete his works of art. Even the Mona Lisa is incomplete. Thomas Gray published only something like 13 poems in his own lifetime. It is true that he succeeded in creating Elegy Written in a Country Churchyard, one of the gems of English literature. But it is also true that his corpus is a very slim one, is a very slender one. If you want to succeed in the real world, if you desire to succeed in the real world, perfectionism is extremely dangerous and has to be avoided at any cost. To be frank, there is an element of perfectionism in my personality, in my character. As a child, as a boy, I was something of a perfectionist. I used to take great pride in my lovely handwriting, in my notebooks which were beautifully maintained. It was my father who made me aware of the pitfalls of perfectionism. In the practical world, we live in fixed time frames, and something which goes beyond the time frame, which violates the time frame, however good it be, is not of significance. My father used to tell me that I should aim to be good, not just good, to be very good, but not to be perfect. Very good is good enough. The perfect assignment completed after the submission date is worthless. The private sector executive who carries out the tasks assigned to him by his management perfectly, but always after the deadline, is quite unlikely to get a promotion and very likely to get sacked. The businessman who carries out the order placed to his company perfectly, but after the date, after the last date in the agreement for the order, is very likely to end up losing money. The perfect book that is never ever written, the perfect painting that is never ever painted, are valuable only as fantasies. If you are a perfectionist, it is high time you overcome this dangerous obsession. You should try to be good. Not just good, very good. You should always try to be very good, but not perfect. How perfectionism can be overcome is quite another subject, and we shall be looking at it in one of our future discussions.